Good morning, everyone. How are you all keeping? I don't know who's coming on. I know a few people have decided they've wanted to join, so thank you for joining. I'm going to take my glasses off, actually, but if you come in, I'll have to look. I'll obviously have to look. I'm hoping to get a new screen soon, so I'll be able to see all clearly without me having to put the glasses on. Hi, Claudia. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? I haven't heard from you for a while, so lovely that you've joined. I'm going to invite a few people in. Normal people. It seems to always come up with the same people. I wonder if this is intended by Facebook or what. So what have you been doing? How are you all feeling? I hope you're all feeling well and feeling as though you're ready to do more EFT. And yeah, what have you been up to? How have you been very creative in your way of keeping yourself safe, helping yourself? Oh, Carla's there. Hello, Carla. How are you? Good morning. Good. So, what have you been doing in keeping yourself safe, keeping your energy high? That would be a really good idea. I know people are coming on here every day, but what are the other things that you're doing? I've already done just started the program for today for my energy, but I thought what I would do is just quickly show you what. Show you what it was, so that we start off with the picture. Why won't it do this? I don't know why it's not going to where it needed to go. There we are. I know it's gone into select, that's why. I don't want it to select, I just want to go. No, okay, let's just cancel everything, go back, and maybe come back in. There we are. So this is what the picture for the aura came in today. So we'll see what happens to it later on. And this is just showing that the genius is running. So I'm going to go back into that. I don't know, Claudia, whether you actually, whether you also do a aura for your groups. Do you have a sense where you see a color or something like that? I know that you do Reiki, so I'm just curious. It'd be lovely to know what it is that you do. Do you look at the auras? How do you do that? And for anybody that wants to find out more about Claudia, just go onto her site or just link into her. Claudia, if you want to put your details there, I'm more than happy. Hi Jackie, thanks for joining. Lovely that you've come. Right, okay, so let's start. I think that some of you will already know how to do EFT. Some of you already been on the group. Basically what we're doing is just doing an EFT meditation kind of stuff, not really doing processing, although every time you are doing some form of EFT, you are doing some form of cleansing, because that's what EFT does. It changes the energy. And we really want to make sure that in order for us to raise our vibration, we want to shift the energy. Something that really came for me, and I was paying attention, I don't know if any of you managed to watch yesterday, there was a talk by Bob Proctor, and he said something which I think sometimes you have to, when you're grappling with different ways of how to put things, old and new beliefs in new places, let go of the old or just find a way to hold it in two kind of spaces. And although I kind of knew it on a deep level, I hadn't really got it. And what was really interesting for me was understanding, and I always used to say God is energy, energy is God, because at the very deepest fundamental level, we are energy, and below energy, we're information, whatever information it is. And really, this is that information, that energy is what connects all of us. And when we vibrate at a particular energy, we are not this individualized person. We are just the energy interacting with everybody else's energy. And that then had a really profound effect for me when I was thinking about choices that I make and how I've made them, and how we can say, well, if we don't know something, we probably don't realize this at a very, very deep level, that we are energy. And when we're pure energy, we will always, every decision, every thought, every feeling that we have will always radiate outwards, will always radiate outwards. So, yes, that's something that is really important. So when you make a decision, just think that decision is not just going to have an effect for you, it's going to have an effect for everybody, because that's the energy of the decision that you're radiating out. That was quite profound for me. So, and I know that although I know it, sometimes you have to have layers and layers and layers before you get to know something, to truly get to know something. So this is something that I've been really focusing on, and maybe just in this meditation, focus on the fact that how we present our energy is the present we give everybody else. So it's the present, not only the present we give ourselves in presence of ourselves, but is the present. We are the gift that we give to everybody else. So the gift that we give, if we radiate, if we emanate this energy, because energy has to move out, it cannot stay in. We can try and block it as much as we like, but if we let it move out, then we will interact with all the energies of everybody else. So while you're doing this meditation, I'd like you to think of yourself and your body just as energy, so that when you start to do the freeing, you start to see yourself radiating through to everybody else and seeing that they're radiating and coming back to you. And you can shift and change that energy in the way you receive it and in the way you give it. So that can be a really beautiful way to kind of imagine. And I just want to preset that right at the very start. All right. So for those of you that don't know EFT, and I know that some have done EMDR with me if you've been a client before of mine, so you might not have had EFT, but EFT is very similar in a way, except that we're using acupuncture points. But our eyes, our ears, our senses are all connected to parts of our sympathetic and parasympathetic aspects of our body, and all of them will either allow the sympathetic to downregulate and the sympathetic to upregulate, or vice versa, depending on what we are thinking. Yeah. So we want to bring heaven into earth. We want to bring it into the heart so that we can get the truth of what needs to be there in order for us to shift and to change, and how we can help others, obviously. Okay, so I want you to just pay attention to where you are right now. Kind of notice, do you have a feeling that's particularly bothering you? Just kind of get a sense where it is in your body. Just get a sense. Just kind of get a sense, where are you? Are you mainly in your head? Are you kind of in your heart? Are you kind of, do you have something that you're excited about? If you're excited about something, you can add to that excitement. You can create more of an energy around it that will allow it to expand into more wholeness, more completeness. If you're more anxious, then just kind of notice where that anxiety is located in your body. So notice where any sensation is located in your body, and just kind of get a sense where it is. Okay. Yes, that's where it is. Okay, so I've got something that's sitting down in my right hip right now, which is, I'm just noticing it. So give yourself that moment just to notice and kind of get a sense of a shape and a color. Okay, so mine is sitting, oh yeah, okay, it's an oval shape, and it's kind of like a, yeah, it's kind of like, not a rock, it's just kind of oval, and inside it's kind of orangey. So just let yourself bring your attention in, and maybe just take a nice deep breath in, breathing out, and allowing yourself to bring energy down into your body. And just notice that part of you that's in kind of some sort of, just something you're aware of. Then allow your energy to go down to your feet. And I know, Carla, you always get vibrating, so just let that energy go down to your feet. You might even notice. And from the middle part of your foot, imagine an energy going down like roots going down into the center of the earth. Just let it ground you. Okay. All right. So we're doing it slightly differently today. Just notice, be aware, and let's go for it. So, okay. So for tapping, there are many ways of tapping. Everybody taps differently. I was watching what's his name, Dawson, Dr. Dawson, the other day, and he does it completely differently. So, it's just interesting how everybody does it. But what we want is to particularly tap on certain energy meridians. So we have the karate chop, which is sitting on the heart meridian. So there's the heart one. We have the eyes, top of the eyes, sides of the eyes, under the eyes, under the nose, on the chin. There is the clavicles over here. There's the heart. I do both. Laterally on the sides. You can do one if you like, or other. It doesn't matter, okay? And you can do it on the top of the head. I like doing the top of the head because for me, it's like having rain coming down on my head, and it helps bring me and allows me to shake the thoughts down into my body. So for me, that's what I like doing. But I noticed that Dawson didn't do that. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so there's no perfect way of doing it. What's important is you carry on tapping. If I'm going back and around and you're kind of lost, just stay on the one place. And then when I come around, move. Yeah, it's no problem. Okay, so just do that and you will be much in the flow. Okay, so just allow yourself to notice. If something comes up and you go, just go, okay, I've noticed that. Wow, okay, brilliant. And then just stay with it and just say, I'm going to stay. I'll wait. There's nothing to worry about. I can carry on, because these are all ways in which we learn to become resilient. All right. Okay. So always starting with a statement that allows us to be able to bring truth into the matter, the truth of what we're feeling. All right. So that's really important. We need to bring truth into what we're feeling. I'm just fiddling around here at the minute, but I'm thinking, what is the truth here? So if I am feeling a little bit stuck or I'm feeling a little bit frustrated, and I know, Claudia, you know that in the hips, it's sort of sitting in the areas of movement, and I'm sure, I think it's involved with the sacral chakra. You can put that down there. So it may be to do with creativity. Something's going on. Maybe I need to move my energy. There's something that may be part of that. I don't know. And I'm not particularly worried. I'm just kind of paying attention. All right. Am I anxious about what's going on right now? Not really. But there may be some sort of thing about what's going on and how we got to be more creative in order to make more money or to survive or any of those kinds of things. So there may be those things, and maybe right now those are part of your concerns. So just kind of notice. And we want to make a statement that brings the truth in, and we want to make a statement that brings a second truth in. So we want to be able to bring an older and a wiser, and we also want to bring that steady part in. All right. So even though I'm fearful that I won't be able to earn enough money, I totally love and trust myself anyway. Even though there may be things that I don't like about myself and I'm getting really cross with myself, I choose to love myself anyway. And even if this feeling of fear doesn't go away and I'm worried more and more, I totally love and trust myself anyway. All right. Just follow after me. You can just tap with the thought that you want, or you can actually say after me whatever I'm saying, okay? All right. These thoughts Just remember to breathe all the time on the top of the eyes. I can see that they really do bother me. Side of the eyes, under the eyes. Sometimes I'm just so tired that they go round and round. Under the nose, but they just don't seem to want to set me free. Take a breath in and out. But I wonder what it would be like if I could feel the best that I can. I'm scared to look to see if that's possible because I'm scared, because I don't know if I can. I'm scared that it might not be true for me. But I love myself anyway. These thoughts that get in my way make my life difficult. I spend a lot of time right now worrying about what's going on. There is a moment where's that feeling of dread side of the eyes, and I can see it so inside under your eyes, and sometimes it feels so alone that I can't go inside. Under the nose. Right now, I know that taking time allows me to just have a moment to be. And even though I don't know on your chin, even though I don't know what will happen, I can allow myself to just be here. And I've realized that I forgot to ask you to do a rating. So just get a sense if you can remember what it was, the feeling from 0 to 10, if it was very strong or weak. Mine was sitting at about a 3. But just notice and then come back into this. And recognize that we can do things. We can move out and we can move in back to where we were so that we can get back and begin. Recognizing that we are powerful beings. That it's all a matter of perspective. That we are in the energy that allows us to be in flow. And it may feel that we are stuck. And it may feel that it will never go. And even though we feel that, we love ourselves anyway. For who is there that can truly love us? like we can of ourselves. Nobody can love us in quite the same, in the way that we know we need us. So breathing into that feeling now, taking the time. Notice its shape and its color. Maybe now it's changed. Maybe it's still the same. Just notice what it's like. Side of your eyes. Take a look. Be curious. What is it at the center of it? Under the eyes. What is it that surrounds it? Be really curious. Under the nose. Let yourself move closer in. Say to yourself, I move inside. What is it like when I go within? Where I go inside in my space and reside. And as you do this, what I'd like you to do is to start getting a sense of your body beginning to resonate. I want you to get a sense that as you tap, I want you to see if you can feel the vibration going through your body. Maybe notice where it is going. Maybe it's going up. Maybe it's going down. Maybe it's going to that feeling. Just notice where your body is vibrating as you tap. Because this is the curious part. This is the part that's really great. Because this is where we see the real blocks. And as you face the truth that you are a great big resonant drum, allow yourself to feel and just go and be the drum. Imagine that you are the beat of your heart. And you're beating and you're sending signals wide. Notice how close to where you tap you might feel the energy much, much, much faster, and feel it moving out from that epicenter. And as you do that, just allow yourself to notice, all of a sudden I started to do that, and I started to notice, so you might notice some sounds come for you. Just notice as you do that, where is it raising your energy? Where is it going? Is it going all along your spine? Is it going along the sides of you? Just notice how it's emanating. Where is the energy? Where is it strongest? Where is it weakest? Where does it seem to be stuck? Just kind of notice. Notice, is it going to that area where you are feeling that sense of fear, or is it kind of not? Just notice. This is all what this is about. This is about noticing. Going in. We're freeing up. We're freeing up. We want to raise the energy. Yes. staying with you, staying with you, staying with you to resonate that frequency. Okay, that's right. Noticing that you love you despite all that goes on. That everything, God, life, energy is happening perfectly as it should. It can't be anything else but what it is. And therefore you are energy, and you can be what is as you clear that energy. So if you see any bits that seem blackish or reddish or greenish, or just kind of watch them, see what they want. Do they want to go out? Where do they want to go? Allow your mind to come down into your heart and allow your mind and your body to know. And even though you've been dense before, and you don't know how quickly it will move or not, you love yourself anyway. You choose this. How can you not? So breathing deeply, go inside. See your heart where you reside. See the vibration. See it vibrate. See it emanate out. See your heart filling with blood. See those cells full of energy. See those cells moving all the way around your body, giving life, giving energy. And as they come to your heart, because they kind of come back, I want you to see your heart give every cell a kiss. And in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine, or in your mind's ear, or whatever that is, I want you to hear the great big smackaroo of a kiss. So that every cell gets a kiss. Every cell gets a hug. Every cell gets a kiss. And watch them dancing through your bloodstream. Healthy and happy. Energized and ready to help your immune system work efficiently. So that it can do what's right. It can take appropriate action. It will deal with what is not there for you, and it will look after you in the right way. So it'll do its job properly, not attacking you. So watch it move and kick out all the things that are not you, that don't belong to you, that have no purpose in you. They could be old beliefs. You know, those old things that don't belong. Those things that people told you you should and shouldn't do. Kick them out. They don't belong anymore. Just let them resonate. Shake them up and shake them free and move them out. And as that energy gets stronger in your body, the sides tap in on the top of your head. Let them expand outside you so that they push right outside your energy, outside of you. And just as you do that, you notice that all the good stuff is expanding so that you create a barrier full of love and light around you. But this barrier is also very, very special because it can keep out bad things that are not good for you, and it can let good things come in. Now I want you to see yourself as pure energy streaming out. But at the same time, you know that there are many people doing all this energy work, and they're sending you also the light. So allow the light to come within. Light streams forth from above. Light streams forth to you from below. Light streams to you from left to right, from front to back. And what do you know? You might feel it coming in the center of you, in the center of your heart, or the center of your solar plexus, just below, in the center, at the top of your stomach. And allow yourself to be that being of light, receiving and giving. That's it. And just let yourself resonate even more, giving more and more, because the more and more that you give out, the more and more you receive. Send those frequencies out so that everyone hears you. And you hear them. And just for a moment, hum the energy of the universe. Hum. Allow yourself to vibrate. Be the energy. Oh, I realize I've got to climb every mountain coming up in my mind, but don't worry about that. That's my mind. But we can reach wherever we need to go. Just really vibrate, really vibrate. And when you're ready, just let all those cells, see them going around your body, see them move even outside your body, because that's where the energy of the electrons go. You are energy, pure energy, and that's how we connect to each other in these vibrations of energy, of electrons flowing. And we're connected because electrons will always try and find a mate. And the interesting thing is, it's because we're always correlated. So every time we do something like this, we correlate with another being, and we affect that being because we're correlated. So those of you that I know already here, you'll be affected by just my level of energy because we're correlated. Oh, that's a fantastic thing, but it also means that we have to step up. We have to take right action for ourselves every day, because then we take right action for others automatically because we're correlated. Oh, what a nice thought. Wow. Okay. Enjoy the rest of the day. Everyone, take a nice deep breath. Notice how you're feeling. What's coming up? Did anything come up for you? Did you notice anything? I'm just going to have a look and see. Can we do another balance and see whether this has shifted? Who also joined? Let me have a look. Hello, Anna. Thank you for coming on. I know I have to look this way. Ah, Jackie, how are things? Did you find something shifted and changed for you? I'll put these on. But what came up was a little bit of blue. So I don't know if I can. Oh, let me just turn this light off because it's very bright. So if I do that, there we are. That's the energy that came up. Oh, I've touched something as usual. Okay, there we are. Oops. It's moving down. There we are. There we are. All right, let's just go back. Oh, that's the aura scan. Why did it do that? Cancel. Okay, I've done that. So I'll put that up and maybe give a little bit of what I think happened there. Yes, hi Carla. Lots of energy sent and received. Thank you. Yes, I received them. Thank you. If anything, during the day, I want you to just, if you can, just think about this idea that if we are energy, if we are the creator, if we are the creation, which we are, because we are that divine spark, then it's about recognizing that our energy, if we're pure energy and we're vibrating, we cannot not affect another human being. So even if we're sending it, if you're thinking about somebody you love, or you're thinking about somebody that you've created a connection with, just the thought. That's why you get a telephone call sometimes, because the moment of correlation, you can be on the other side of the universe. If you're correlated to that electron, you will affect this person. All right, so it's really important that when you start thinking about people, recognize the correlation, because then what happens is if something's not going on for them, that's good. It's going to go on like that for you. So it's about really trying to keep your energy up so that you help everybody correlate at a higher frequency. All right. So that's really something that I took on board the other day. And I know I've known it, but deep inside, it hadn't really resonated as strongly as I would have liked. So there we are. Pay attention to that one for the today. Okay, let me see who, there's some other people have put some comments here. I felt something shift in my sacral chakra. Yes, brilliant. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, try again. Yeah, there's some interesting things. I did some of the genius. So you might feel the energy when you have it, because remember, energy goes round the earth, round and round and round all the time. And it's called the Schumann frequency. So if you are hearing this later, it really doesn't matter, because the energy is just coming around. And every time you go into an alpha wave or a theta wave, which is when our brain starts to go into these special states of receptivity, because we're a big antenna, what happens is we automatically get these thoughts coming in. And we get these creative new ideas come in, because we're at the moment of receptivity and we can hear it. So when those ideas come, yeah, you'll hear them. All right. All right. Carla, wow. So you're feeling something for Jackie. Is that under your ribs? I felt something there. No, sacral chakra is more or less around the hip area or a lower abdominal area. Yeah. If it's up under your hips, Carla, that's probably your solar plexus. All right. So the solar plexus is the area which is all to do with how we are in our life. So if it's just sort of here, I'm just going to move back a bit over here, then those are the areas that are fed by the solar plexus. And invariably, if we have a sense of maybe having a thing of stepping forward and a sense of confidence and a sense of being, then it's normally that one. So just breathe nice and deeply into that and allow that to kind of expand, or even just tap on it. Okay, so you can even go, even though I'm feeling anxious right now, or even though I'm feeling this right now. I'm going to put the light on so you can see what I'm doing, because the sunlight is too bright and you can't see me. You can actually tap on there and just do that and just go, even though I'm feeling this right now, I totally love and accept myself anyway. Okay, if it's an uncomfortable feeling, all right? And even though I don't even know if it's going to go away, I totally love and trust myself anyway. Yeah. Or I choose to. It doesn't matter. What you want is you want to bring attention to that space. We want to bring energy to that space, because everything that is trapped is just trapped because the energy is more dense. All right. And we want to bring energy into it so that it can expand. All right. So that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to go in, bring our head to our heart so that we can start expanding the energy. We want to bring sense because we are cognitive beings. And as cognitive beings, consciousness is the groundable beings. The only reason we know that we're here is because of this brain. Okay? This brain tells us we're here, but it also has the paradox. It tells us that we're separate from. But we're not, because we know that at a very micro level and at the most macro level, we are expansive and we're just energy. Yeah. Well, in between energy is always information, right? We don't know quite what it is. There's quarks and sparks and all sorts of things. And that's why I say we are the spark of energy. So the thing is, it's really about understanding that energy